Thousands of years in, our games have changed. But our need to come together remains. This new era of gaming needs a new place to gather. One place. One place for all the ways we play. This is Stadia. Gather round.
What up, world? It's your boy Melo, and welcome to State of Gaming. All right, yesterday we had some big news, big tech news that just dropped. Google, one of the biggest companies out there in the tech world, has just announced Stadia, a new gaming service which allows users to not only stream games to multiple devices, such as a laptop, cell phone, old computer, etc., or TV, it doesn't matter. This device is actually something that has been around before, but not on this magnitude, such as speed, performance, and graphic visuals. There's been a lot of companies that have tried to do this, and unfortunately, they either went under due to bad performance, devices wasn't ready, services wasn't up to customer standard, or just plain not having an exclusive that enticed people to want to stay. But Google decided with Stadia that this would be a thing of the past, and they're ready to bring something better to the forefront. With their gaming services, which everyone is now calling the Netflix of gaming, a user is able to buy into a service and have access to a multitude of games. Right now that it's only speculation, there's no real true news on that, but one good true news that they do have that they presented was the upon release, which is later on in 2000. No one has an actual physical release yet, but upon release to the public, to the masses, Stadia will be able to do 4K 60 frames per second. And in my opinion, upon the success of the release, I think in future they also announced that they will be doing 8K 120 frames per second. This is a very strong case and a very strong presentation, mainly due to the fact that, again, many companies have tried to do this and they failed due to the lack of performance, releases of the latency, which was an issue due to individuals' internet, and just plain exclusives, not having the proper exclusives or the things that it would entice someone to want to use their product. Google with Stadia has presented something that maybe can change that view. They have partnered with different publishers. They can have different engines. They also promise exclusive games as well. And they're saying that literally this system is hack and cheating proof, which is two major things that is bold to say when it comes to tech, especially in the realm of hacking. They are promising that they are able to have performance up to standard without those issues. And those are bold words to say, but again, if anybody was able to do it, maybe Google are able to step up to the bat and handle this. Who knows? Only time will tell. A lot of people were thinking this will be like a dagger to Microsoft, and me personally, I think that's not the case at all. If I was to put the big three up, because let's be honest, when it comes to home consoles, it's been the big three for over a few decades now, and that is Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And if I put all three of those platforms on the table, and if we really talking about, let's really put it on the table, let's really think about it. It's all about, usually the people that fail are the ones that don't evolve with time. And and if I'm looking at this gaming service, which is Stadia, and I'm looking at which is a gaming service, two of those three companies already have some form of gaming streaming. You have PS Now for Sony, and you have Microsoft with Xbox Live services. And they also supposed to be coming out with xCloud, which is a gaming service. Supposed to be a gaming service. Just like Stadia, but Microsoft's version of it. And then it points me over to Nintendo. Yes, I get it. They had the best holiday season. They have some of the biggest tops names over there, which is Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, and it sold very well in the holiday season. But again, any company that stays stagnant in their old ways will be left behind. This E3 that's coming up in 2019, Microsoft is already in the works of presenting their gaming services. And with their exclusives in the catalog that they have, such as Gears, Halo, Forza, and the multitude of other games, Ori and the Blind Forest, State of Decay, Sea of Thieves, I see this company, and on top of not only having those games and actually having more exclusives due to the fact that they have bought out other companies, and they have gaming engines under their belt as well, such as Havoc. I see some Microsoft perform or be on the standard of Stadia. PS Now, depending on how Sony takes their route, and if they actually put the time and effort and resources behind to get PS Now up and running to a good standard, because I have not used PS Now, but due to other people's experience, I've heard that PS Now isn't up to great standard. It is a great feature, but its latency, people have reported lag with the controller response time, and I think that all of those things can be fixed within time. So I put them there. And then we have Nintendo, which has nothing of the sort when it comes to streaming. It is solely dedicated to their console and the portable screen device that they have, and with the Nintendo Switch. And with that being said, they have to play catch up. Now, if they're willing to play catch up, it remains to be seen. When it comes to the online services, regardless of what many may say, Microsoft sets the standard when it comes to online services, from the party chats to network speed, etc. Sony is right behind them, which they are catching up as well when it comes to features. And Nintendo, again, abysmal state. And when we're looking at the future of gaming, which is heavily focused on online and playing online, unfortunately Nintendo are playing catch up. And with Reggie leaving, one can speculate, was this the reason why the CEO of Nintendo stepped down as well, due to these new scene events with Google coming into the forefront. And I'm not one to say that, you can't have a big four or more systems involved, because again, competition helps competition. Steel sharpens steel. I think that a competitive stage or nature should be there, because again, with that being in the forefront, the consumer gets to enjoy, the fruits of those individuals' labor. And you're competing for that, and you're competing for $1. That's just marketing. That's just how things are structured. But with Google coming in and they're promising a steady system which allows multiple devices to be used at any given time, on top of having a decent price range, and if they come with the right amount of exclusives for this said console or this said platform with third-party support, I can honestly say that they might have a chance. They might have a chance. For me personally, I would definitely be checking this out when it comes out. I think maybe they're going to release it sometime before the holiday season, which would probably be like maybe November, nah, maybe October, September, October. I think that would be a okay release day of 2019. We gotta wait and see. Also, the price range is something I'm more concerned. But it said that you can use any device. So if they're doing a monthly service, that'll be pretty dope. And then with the internet, I'm hearing news that they say that your internet speed, the minimum has to be 20 megabytes, which is standard, which is okay. I might, one might test, like, is it going to be a steady to the point where there's no issues like you guys are promising at 25? It's a lot of speculation. It's a lot of things that haven't been spoken of. And honestly, at this point, it's literally a waiting game. See, we have to physically see the device running at home in someone else's, in my house, and see the performance. They played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is an okay game. It's pretty good. But me personally, I want to see how it performs with basketball or football or PUBG. Does it have like a game chat feature? I see that it did. They are integrating Google Assistants as well as YouTube with the controller, which was dope, because I could see a lot of content creators actually using that and, putting up some nice quality content for their users. But and then you still got the camera situation. Is it user friendly? It's like I say, it's a great idea. I'm standing behind it because, once again, I want to see gaming evolve. I'm not one of those individuals that want gaming to be stagnant, or I just want to be able to go and pay $500 or $600 and just have a physical box at my home. I'm not one of those individuals. If I can remove a lot of the cords and a lot of the frustration of having to upgrade a console every 4 to 5 years, which is okay, it's not like, detrimental, but I can see where a lot of people can get frustrated with it, as well as to the point where these consoles tend to have issues as well. You either got to upgrade from the original and go get a Slim because of performance. Oh, this one can do 4K and HDR, the other one couldn't do it. Oh, this one processed the game faster than the previous one, so you got to go out and pay some more money. Like, if I'm able to just buy a service and have access to that game, and that game performs better, I can have a steady 60 frames per second on a 4K game. That's something worth investing in. I can see a lot of people walking up and saying, hey, you know what? I want to try this out for that reason alone. And looking at the nature of video gaming, it's all about how you form your own entertainment now, especially when it comes to streaming and competitiveness. Right now it's a waiting game. See, I can't wait to actually test it out and see it for myself personally at home. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is something that you'll want to invest in? Do you think that maybe you want to stick to the old traditional way of video gaming? It's your boy 00 Melo. One love and God bless. Peace.